this very quick two-game series, although I guess it's a little longer since yesterday's game was postponed. Odubel Herrera just entertaining one of the starting 9 who were out on the field, randomly selected children who get a chance to go out to one of the positions on the field for the national anthem. And Odubel was out there warming up early today with one of the youngsters in right field and one of the youngsters out in center field. Aaron Nola's all ready to go. Let's take a look at the Mets lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. Now, the lineup is the same as last night except for DeGrom, but they have flip-flop Nimmo and Conforto. Nimmo was scheduled to play center field last night. Conforto plays it today, and that's partly because they want Conforto to cover some more ground for Cespedes, who's battling a sore quad. Here's Aaron Nola. Nola 5-1, Ben, with an ERA of 2.05. I think he surprised all of us, not himself, the other day when the first few innings he threw primarily fastball changeup instead of fastball curveball, and he said, yep, that was the game plan the entire time.
Yeah, we're seeing that changeup percentage come up now to 21%. Overall against the Mets, he hasn't been good. I'd look for him to remedy that today, but his last 4 starts, and Smitty touched on it in the open, 4-0, and he has just been dynamic. 2 walks in the last 4 outings.
Brings us to our Geico quote of the day. Jorge Alfaro on Aaron Nola. Jorge threw me off a little bit because he's not wearing the hockey style mask behind home plate. But Jorge said he makes it easy. We're not afraid to call any pitch because he knows he's going to execute it. It's been like that the whole time. Could you talk to that, Ben, as far as a catcher goes?
If you know that you can put any finger down throughout the course of a game, it just makes everything so much more simple.
Well, we're ready to go. Brandon Nimmo with pink everywhere on this Mother's Day afternoon will lead things off. Nimmo was 0 for 4 in Friday night's ball game. First pitch is in there. It's 0-1.
You know, Nola, the line he had to cross was having the confidence in the major leagues that he had in college. And sometimes that takes a while. It did for me. A good year and a half, 2 years before I really believed, that I was, at that level as a player. And I think now Aaron truly believes, and I think having Alfaro having, oh Jesus, why am I not,
Mike, you got to give us a hint. We can't read your mind. That is going to be a fair ball off the third base bag.
What a bunt that was.
That was a beauty. So Nimmo's aboard. All right, it rhymes with. We just had this in the back room talking about a golfer.
Arrieta?
We did. Lenny Matisse, right? We couldn't think of him back there. Yeah, right. Jake Arrieta, having him on the team.
Oh.
Sorry about that. And I can't talk either, but having him on the team relieves pressure on both the guys, I think. Either one of them could be number 1, and both of them feel good in the role they're in right now.
Well, here's Asdrubal Cabrera with a runner over at first base. Cabrera hitting .326. A toss over to first, and Nimmo is back. Nimmo will steal a bag from time to time. Cabrera has the 4th highest average now in the National League. He's really off to an excellent start. I guess it's not even off to a good start at this point. I mean, we're in the middle of May. Pulls that one foul, and it's 0-1. So he was thinking the right way. He just jumped out a little too soon.
You got to be the only color analyst in the country that can't remember names of his own team.
Mike,
I can remember him. I just can't recall them. Recall. Which one of those?
You've been around the game for a long time. There's a lot of names bouncing around in there. No balls and 1 strike to Cabrera.
It makes me laugh. Can you imagine the jokes they might have down in the clubhouse?
Mike was talking
about
you today.
One of the highest paid players in baseball.
Mike was talking about you today. You
the
sure?
The old guy can't even remember your name. We got so many A's on the team. It's confusing to me, right?
We do.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Alfaro, Arrieta. Is there any more?
I'd have to look at the roster because I can't recall.
Try to bail me out here, man.
Arano, there you go. He'll be back soon. And there's a base hit up the middle for Cabrera. Nimmo is thinking about going to third, but he'll hold up at second base. So quickly the Mets have runners on first and second with nobody out to start this inning. And that'll bring Cespedes up.
Boy, Cabrera's a good hitter, has been one for a long time.
How about the fact that, you know, a year ago he asked for a trade from the Mets because it looked like his playing time was going to be diminished. Now they could probably trade him to somebody and get something back in exchange if they feel like they're out of this race at any time.
Well, Cespedes got to be the most colorful player in all of baseball. That is some serious pink right there.
Sure is. To go along with the orange shin guard that he's got on. Teams are wearing their regular uniforms this year. They've just changed up the hats as they have in recent years. The socks as well. And some of the other accessories like their undershirts, their belt, the face mask, and the chest protector of Alfaro. Pretty cool. He's got mom across the top of that chest protector.
That's awesome.
Ben, what do they do with those after today?
They might auction them off. They might keep them. I mean, could give it to his mom as a gift. I think that'd be pretty cool. You know, get a little frame for that chest protector.
0-2.
Nola just made two real good pitches to Cespedes. Fastball's right on the outside corner.
Yeah, to the point where he can't square it up too much. Since the beginning of 2015, the Mets have hit 62 home runs against the Phillies. That's a lot of home runs, including 33 last year. And now the 0-2 pitch to Cespedes. Curveball swung out and foul tipped. And there's the first out.
This is some filthy stuff here by Aaron Nola.
Wow.
Cespedes just pulling off.
Time now for our Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. And Nola has thrown 67.6% of his pitches for strikes. He and DeGrom are both on this list. Scherzer's numbers went up after last night's effort against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And here is Adrian Gonzalez, who takes just a bit outside. Gonzalez 1 for 4 with a single in game 1. Kingery and Cesar signaling to each other about the coverage of second base. Curveball doesn't get back.
Wow, that's a good pitch. Two good pitches. He looked like both of them could go in either way.
Jim Reynolds, the home plate umpire. There's Noah Syndergaard. He was scheduled to start last night. They decided not to use him today because he did start throwing in the bullpen last night, and they felt like it's better to give him another day tomorrow, and then he'll pitch on Tuesday for the Mets. A bouncer past Ruben Amaro, and it's 2-1. There was a chance that Zach Eflin was going to start today for the Phillies, but they decided to keep Aaron Nola on his turn.
That would stink if you're a pitcher. Like, seriously, you get to play every 5th day, and then you get a rain out? Come on.
Change up, bounced foul, and it's 2-2. Well, the tough part about it, too, is that if you're Syndergaard, you've already told you're pitching on Tuesday. If you're Zach, I'm not sure if he knows when he's going to pitch next.
What a weapon that changeup is. You know, you're looking for the double play. Changeup looks like a fastball out of his hand. Just waiting to get rolled over to second base.
Yeah, and he's just gotten so good with it.
Yeah. Righties, lefties, any count.
Yeah, that was the thing the other night, is he was throwing against right-handers surprisingly well. A fastball 3-2.
Well, if you throw it to righty, you want to make sure that you get good extension on it. If you peel off or kind of just open up, you're going to throw that changeup up and into a righty, which would be right in their wheelhouse. So you have to make sure you get good follow through, good extension to get it down and away.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Gonzalez, who's hitting .296 this month. And ball 4. Well, he did try the changeup, and now the bases are loaded for Flores.
I don't mind that pitch. Early in the game, you can start over now with Flores. Got all those good pitches to get double plays with.
Well, as it turned out, Flores had a big at bat on Friday night. He had a check swing with 2 strikes. Replay showed that it looked like he had gone, but the first base umpire, Ben May, said that he didn't go, so his at bat was extended. Then he blooped a single before Conforto's home run. Curveball 0-1. Now, who knows if that would have made any kind of difference at all. I mean, Conforto still was right on Hector Neris. Flores overall hitting .222 with 3 home runs. Another curveball, and it's 0-2. That got a piece of Alfaro.
Well, you triple up here, Ben, if you're the catcher, or do you buzz him up under the chin?
Oh, I would either go try and dot him down and away or hook him again. Just make sure if you do hook him, make sure it's lower than low.
And it's a strike out of his hand?
Yes.
He does hook him again, and he bounces it foul, and it remains 0-2.
Got to be better than that, though.
Flores playing third base. Todd Frazier, who is in the dugout and is with the club, is on the disabled list with a hamstring issue. He is due to come off shortly. There's Frazier, who was all over the place the other night in that come from behind. He was jumping up and down in the dugout, getting his team involved. Got him. A fastball that was foul tipped and hung onto by Alfaro. And there are 2 outs here in the first.
Big strikeout right there. Big strikeout. Even though it's the first inning.
And Aaron Nola, who will sit about 92, does have the ability to put a little extra on it when he needs it.
It's that good uppercut swing that can't hit the high fastball, right?
That's right.
We love it when the other team has it. We don't like it when we do.
Well, now Conforto, who is no easy pickings, 10 home runs for his career against the Phils. And let's face it, folks, his career has not been that long. 0-1 on a fastball.
Amazing how those runners on base keep following you when you get a big hit, don't they? There you are again, right after beating the Phils 2 nights ago. Bingo, bases loaded.
Over to first base, and this should clean up the inning. 3 unassisted, no runs, 2 hits, 3 men left. Some pitches thrown by Nola, but he gets out of it without allowing a run. The Phils were able to get out of the bases loaded situation in the top half of the first. Now let's take a look at the Phillies lineup for today. It's brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider according to speedtest.net. Cesar Hernandez leads it off at second. Aaron Altair will bat second. Odubel's third, then Rhys Hoskins fourth. Carlos Santana bats fifth. Maikel Franco hits sixth. The bottom third, Kingery, Alfaro, and Nola. And they will face right-hander Jacob deGrom, 3-0 with an ERA of 1.87. 54 strikeouts and 43 in the third. I think we watch him, Ben, now these first couple innings and see if the elbow is any kind of an issue. I doubt it will be, but it was a scary situation from a Mets standpoint when he went down in his last start.
Yeah, he's been very good against these fighting Phils. You see the record, 6-1 with a 2.78. He'll be 94, 95, jumping up to 97 at times. And I was told that he will be wearing a protective brace. He always wears an elbow guard on his elbow, but he's going to wear a protective brace to make sure he doesn't hyperextend it again.
Cesar Hernandez leads it off, shows bunt, takes it inside, 1-0. Yeah, he has a huge brace when he bats. It's going to be a little different this time.
That catch Jim Reynolds? I think Jim Reynolds got hit in the wrist.
Oh, maybe it did off the deflection on the glove.
Take a look here.
Ow. Jim Reynolds is behind the plate today. He was scheduled to be at first base in last night's ball game, but they continued the rotation. So Reynolds is behind the plate. Ben May, who's a replacement umpire for a vacationing umpire, is out at second base. Popped foul 1-2. The thought is there's Ben May. The thought is since he is a replacement umpire for a vacationing umpire, they would want the veteran umpire to have the plate whenever necessary.
Vacationing umpire, it's May 13th.
Ben, it's never too early for a vacation. In fact, after today, when will we see you next?
I'll be in the studio next week.
Okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now it's 3-2. Altair waits on deck. Another one fouled off. So 2 similar foul balls by Cesar.
Teams have really made a concerted effort to pitch Cesar inside over the last couple weeks. Going to go back in there again.
Inside, ball 4. So the leadoff batter's aboard for the Phillies. It's only the 12th walk issued by deGrom this year. And it brings Altair to the plate. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph, the other day, that Friday night loss, that was a tough one for the Phils to swallow.
It was a tough one, I think, for everyone surrounding this team to swallow, for sure. You know, when last this team got a chance to play some baseball, it did not end the way they wanted to. So, Ben, you made the point yesterday. The great thing about baseball is that, you know, you only have to wait normally 24 hours before you get back out on the field. Well, in this case, a little bit longer, but they get a chance to kind of get that bad taste out of their mouth. And there was a lot of talk about bouncing back and bounce back ability of this team. And well, if you look at this season so far, they have had that ability to do so. The first game, opening day, we all remember how that went. Well, the next day they beat the Braves 5-4 in extra innings. Were able to bounce back then. And then you think about the loss last Sunday against the Nats on the walk-off, and they were able to bounce back and beat the Giants in 4 straight. So, tough loss the other day, Friday night against the Mets. What will happen? I'm betting on a bounce back, guys. That's what I'm betting on.
Now, what was it the other day? It was a great exchange between Jim Salisbury from NBCSports.com and Gabe Kapler about bounce ability.
Bounceability.
It was bounceability.
Well, Gabe was saying bounce back ability,
right,
and then Jim just wanted to shorten that
to bounceability.
To bounceability.
Right. And Gabe was trying to use it in a sentence, but it just wasn't. It wasn't flowing.
That stuff's not overrated. I'm telling you. I mean, the ability to have a short memory, come back the next day, and then grab the momentum in the next game.
The bouncer foul, 2-1. I think it would be a big deal here to score in this first inning after the tough loss Friday. What was a long top of the first inning when the Mets didn't score. Now, if you can get some runs it might lead itself to some success. There's Hector Neris. Whether he closes or not, Gabe said, is going to depend on the situation and the matchup. And I think that's the feeling moving forward, at least for the near future. If he feels like there's a better matchup in the 9th inning for, let's say, Tommy Hunter or Sir Anthony Dominguez, he's going to use him. Two and two.
It's kind of all part of the life, the daily life of a major league manager, trying to keep people happy. I bring Hector in the office and say, you know, I know you've had some issues, and if I don't use you, it's no reflection on you or me. You know that as soon as you go out there and prove you have your old stuff, you'll be back in the closer's role.
That ball gets away from Mesoraco. All right, so it seems like a lot of it, what he's doing is going toward the inside part against the left-hander and away from the plate against a right-hander. But Mesoraco probably should have caught this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the very first pitch of the game that DeGrom threw that got Jim Reynolds, he should have caught. Sometimes catchers can be a little slow going back across their body. We saw that with the Giants ran with Buster Posey and even Nick Hundley.
It is a pass ball. The bouncer to third, foul.
They're calling that a changeup. DeGrom would throw a changeup. 3-2.
He does have a changeup.
Yeah, right. That much confidence in that thing.
And again, the 3-2 pitch to Altair. And he stays alive and he fouls it. Pitch usage this season for DeGrom. Four-seamer is his bread and butter. It's at 46%. And the slider is number 2, and then the changeup. I always thought he threw curveball more than slider in past years. And ball 4. Wow. That was really close.
You might as well take it if you can't hit it.
That's right.
And just making yourself look like you think it's a walk.
I'll tell you, many times.
Oh yeah, that was off.
Way off the plate.
Taking that pitch and trotted down to first base. First baseman says, "Where was that pitch?" You know, strike 3.
I have to admit, before seeing PitchCast presented by PJ Wheelhands, I thought it was on the plate.
I did too.
Here's Odubel. He's reached base safely in 40 consecutive games.
You're looking at first pitch here from Odubel.
Maybe. He could be hunting for something. Yes, he was.
I don't know if it's league mandated that they have to use a pink bat, but
I think it's the first at bat. I think well, I don't know if it is league mandated.
But I'd be hard pressed not to use the same one I've been using if I'm Odubel.
I was just wondering, did they have that when you played?
No. Well, they had a couple guys would get the pink bat.
Now is that
usually it was a
I guess that's
big
a
name
replica from your company.
Like it's your bat but painted pink.
Model.
Correct. It's just it's just same everything but pink.
Odubel's on base streak still 16 away from Michael at 56 straight. Upstairs 1-1.
How the heck did you do that?
I don't know. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, 56, Mike.
Yeah. How the hell did that happen?
Well, you probably walked a few times. Probably got hit by a pitch.
You may have hit a home run or two.
It had something to do with a walk.
Might have mixed in a home run or two.
Going on a limb there.
And there is that changeup that Mike talked about. It's 1-2 as Odubel loses his hat.
speed at 89, but it's the movement and location that gets Odubel here. It's only about 5 or 6 miles an hour off his four-seamer.
Shaking out his quaff.
Well, I'd like to see contact right here. Move these runners up. Or move them in. See, that's the great thing about Odubel is he has that sense to get that top hand higher, you know, to get his hands up and to get level on those high pitches. If you're falling back and, you know, the front shoulder gets higher than the back shoulder, you can't get to that pitch right there. You can't get a piece of that pitch. You know, he's one of the few players on our team, I think, that can.
He might get the changeup here. We'll see. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he fouls it away again. Got another fastball.
You're right, Mike. He does have that ability to, you know, lefty nitro zone down and in. He'll get to that pitch, but you're absolutely right. He can get on top of a fastball as well. Very rarely will you see lefties be able to, you know, climb the ladder like that.
So I'd tell you, I'd watch him hit. Love watching him hit, and I'd watch him hit to try and figure out what he's doing to create that 350 batting average.
Got another changeup there. Flores will give it a look. It's back into the seats a few rows.
He's getting there. I don't know if this is going to end up in a hit, but he's putting together a pretty good at bat right now.
And he's what makes him so good, what we've been talking about, but that he kind of mentally adjusts through the at bat. You know, he's making mental adjustments right now.
In the dirt. 2-2.
Nice play there by Mesoraco.
Yeah.
A lengthy at bat. He's been up there for 10 minutes. Nice play. He gets over top of that so well and smothers it.
He reminds me right now, he reminds me a lot of Pete Rose, believe it or not. He just.
Odubel?
Yes, he grinds these at bats.
He's made his stride a little longer there with this pitch coming. 3-2.
Yeah. You know, I mentioned the comparison. He'd jump up and jump right in the batter's box, stare at the pitcher and say, you know, like it's almost like, I love it. You know, I love it.
Yeah.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. And Odubel, that's who he's a little slower to get back up, but I think he loves this confrontation.
Inside, ball 4.
That's a great at bat right there. I'll say it again. That's a Pete Rose at bat. The only difference in he and Pete Rose is Pete would have sprinted to first base.
Yeah.
Well, he's on base now 41 consecutive games. Next up is Chuck Clyde, who reached base safely 44 times in 1931.
How about that? I didn't know you were looking at, you know, what do you call those things on the TV?
The graphic.
Oh, I thought you got Chuck mixed up with Reese Hoskins there for a second.
Wouldn't mind seeing Chuck Clyde play. That was a 9-pitch at bat with 4 fouls. So you've got an 8-pitch at bat and then a 9-pitch at bat. And Dave Island out. That's 24 pitches in this first inning. I mean, this is a guy who walked 11 coming in. 11. Odubel's at bat took 5 minutes and 28 seconds.
That is Something else.
Well, now the bases are loaded for Hoskins.
Boy, would a hit go a long way here for the Phillies and for Reese personally. Been struggling a little bit over the last 10 days.
The ball's at 1 strike. 0 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch in the first game. This has been a struggle for Reese, but we mentioned this Friday night. Last year when he got called up, he was 6 for his first 30, and then, well, then he was red hot. So there is that ability to bounce back, that bounce ability. That's loaded the bases up in the first. Now the Phillies have loaded them up. On the inside corner, 1 and 2.
It's going to have to be a pitch where he just cheats on it and just, I don't care if he hits it 9 miles foul, but just to show the pitcher, hey man, I'm not going to let you in there. You know, that's the one pitch that has given him some issues over the last couple weeks.
He's really caught in between right now. Maybe he can turn this into a base hit, but he's really caught in between by that.
Fouled it off, and it remains 1 and 2.
You know, and by that I mean you can see it's almost like he's not making the decision at the time that it should be made. It's almost like he's deciding before the pitcher lets go of the ball. There's no way with the bases loaded against DeGrom that he would ever take 2 fastballs down the middle if he was right. You know what I mean? If he was really feeling, if his mechanics were right, there's no way that would happen. That's a tough one. I'm glad to see him get a piece of that ball right there. That's a tough pitch for anybody to get a piece of right there.
It was pitch number 30. Wow is right, T-Mac.
Swinging a foul tip. And DeGrom gets a strikeout for the first out. And Carlos Santana is coming up.
Everything hard from DeGrom. See Reese just underneath the baseball.
Robert Gesellman starts to loosen up in the pen. They have to do this because he's at 30 pitches. I mean, if he gets out of this right now, then it's no big deal. But so now Santana, who had 13 runs batted in the series against the Giants. And he bounces the first pitch foul. It's 0-1.
This is the kind of inning, you know, that cost us. We had the one-run lead in the 9th inning on Friday night, but it's these innings right here that cost us that game. They left, I believe they were 0 for 7.
0 for 7, yep. 9 runners left on base.
Friday night, and sure, some nights you'll get the knock, you'll get the big home run, the grand slam, but when you need contact in these at-bats right here, it doesn't have to be big. A little ground ball here, a little broken bat there, a little fly ball, sacrifice, anything to take advantage of bases loaded, nobody out.
Popped up. That should find the seats over the third base dugout, and it does. And it's 0-2.
Swings are too big, too hard. Guy throwing this hard, Ben, I think you understand what I'm saying. I mean, you got to be short and quick and down to the ball because he's just throwing so hard.
Yep.
You can't try to hit him 400 feet.
Let him supply the power.
That one's back toward us. Somebody caught it in the sweet level. No balls, 2 strikes to Santana.
But, let me say that what I've been saying, I'm saying from experience. Because trust me, I'm not saying it's easy, because I spent a career, trying to hit him 400 feet in these kind of situations, and then I learned just swinging easy and putting the ball in play was the best way to go about it.
Santana just missed that one. He fouls it off the first base line. It's a 34 pitch first inning for DeGrom.
He looks so different with his hair short.
He does. Little tapper right of the mounds, coming home with it for the outs. That's a good play.
There's the shortstop in him coming out. DeGrom is shortstop in college.
Yeah, I really thought he was just going to flip it over to first to get the sure out.
Heck of a play. Gets to it quickly, rights himself, and fires a strike on the Mesoraco.
It was a real nice play. Had the wherewithal to realize, especially with Hernandez running, to realize he had a play at home.
Well, now Franco 1 for 4 in Friday's game. His numbers have been even better here at home. 0-1.
Wow, he can paint that outside corner when he. Whew, what a pitch. Unhittable.
Surprised they came in. I thought they'd stay away. Bases loaded, nobody out. Now it's bases loaded and 2 outs, and no run has scored for the Phils. And DeGrom is about to throw the 38th pitch of the inning. This is a slider.
Well, there you get a good example of what that pitch on the inside.
That's true.
Yeah. How that opens up the outside corner.
They want it up.
Put that ball right in the glove, Ben. Wow.
Michael upset with himself. He missed that one. See how high Mesoraco is. Still a strike.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Franco. 3-2. It's a 36-minute first inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 4 full counts.
Stay up the middle.
Little dribbler up the first base line. Ben, put this in perspective, though. This is a 42 pitch first inning.
I really can't. I can't.
When was the last time we saw a first inning, or I mean, we've seen innings before, but a first inning?
We saw Nick Pivetta the other night with a 31 pitch first inning against the Giants, and we thought, man, this is a long inning. This is pitch 43 coming up.
Yeah.
Well, there was 3 base on balls. They were probably 6-7 pitches each.
Yep.
Hoskins K was about 5 or 6.
Yep.
Santana went for.
He fouled a bunch off.
4 or 5.
Well, once again, it's 3-2 to Michael Franco with the bases loaded. Fouls another one back.
Keep working.
Shows you how hard he's throwing. Those last 2 pitches were both balls. You got to be ready to move that bat. Something tells me Mikel's not in the walking mood.
Phillies have good speed at second and third. Runners go. So this is a 9-pitch at bat right now. Odubel had a 9-pitch at bat. There was an 8-pitch at bat for Altair. Three balls, 2 strikes. Got him. With a slider, he got him finally, and the Phillies leave him loaded here in the first inning. It's a 10-pitch at bat for Michael Franco. It was a 45-pitch first inning for Jacob deGrom. No score as we go to the second. This season. Get the Phillies home screen icon and features such as the MLB.TV game of the day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. Well, we go to the second inning, and Mesoraco leads it off, and a swing and a miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1.
How about having to catch that half inning and then leading off?
Yeah.
Hang with him.
Ground ball foul, and it's 0-2. It's an amazing first inning. You know, the Phillies put 1 ball in play, basically. And that was the ball by Santana. Cesar did not have a great secondary lead on the little bouncer to the right of the mound, so deGrom made a nice play. And then he's able to win a 10-pitch battle with Franco. He was laughing when he came off the field. This is how far the third baseman was for Cesar. So Cesar's got to get off a little bit more.
Very good point. Very good point, Tom. No question.
And we've seen
he knows
it before.
He's gone on the ground, right?
And we've seen it before where he'll take, you know, even if he has 4 or 5 more steps, which he could have, he scores
easily. You're right.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Mesoraco, hitting .200 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Pop up, foul territory. Carlos got a good jump in. And now Syndergaard is out, or excuse me, DeGrom is out, so they are going to have Guillorme pinch hit for him here. So he's done after 1 inning. After all that. Pardon me, it doesn't surprise me coming off the disabled list with the hyperextended elbow. I mean,
and this is straight pinch hit. There's not going to be a double switch here.
I doubt it. They have 5 bench players, so they don't have to. I can't imagine there's anything bothering him. He's still sitting on the bench, and he was throwing 95. He doesn't seem to be, you know, perturbed.
The other thing is, they were all high leverage pitches.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like, you know, your bases loaded in the blink of an eye.
Little floater out towards center field. Odubel coming on, and it's going to drop in front of him for a hit. That's the first major league hit for Guillorme.
Looked like a line drive in the box score.
Went out and got it. .20 changeup.
Well, here's Rosario. Rosario 0 for 2 in Friday night's game. Outside 1-0. You wonder if 45 pitches was going to be it for DeGrom, if they would have been better off having Syndergaard start today and give DeGrom an extra day till Tuesday.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of pitches for 1 inning, but unless there's something wrong with them, I mean, you got 1 inning from him. I mean, not that anybody should complain, although Gesellman's been really good out of the bullpen. He's still not Jacob DeGrom.
No. I mean, he's your #1.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Rosario.
I would say he was probably on a 50 pitch count, maybe.
You think so?
Well, he would have reached that and have to come out of the game next inning.
He only missed 1 start.
Right.
Unless they're that concerned about the elbow that they want to make sure that he doesn't overdo it.
I think their thinking is, we're in this race. We're still in this race. He's our guy. He's our #1. And if we're going to stay in this race, he has to stay healthy. So we'll bring in a Gesellman, see what happens, and just make sure our guy is still right for his next start.
Well, and again, it doesn't surprise me in this day and age. 45 pitches is a lot of pitches for 1 inning. That's 3 innings basically if you have 15 pitches per inning. But in front of the plate, Alfaro has it quickly.
Whoa, he's as good as anybody I've ever seen on that plate. You're the catcher in the booth, brother.
He can bounce out of there as well as anybody.
Plus the rocket arm doesn't hurt.
Just gets to his feet so quickly.
Now, changing masks like that, Ben, would that be uncomfortable for you? Use the hockey mask and then.
Yeah, I never liked the hockey mask because, nice job. He barehands it, fires a strike. I never liked the hockey mask because it squished my jaw, like it pushed my jaw back, and it actually hurt. You could see better out of the hockey mask, but I always preferred just the standard helmet and mask. And that particular one that Jorge is wearing, the bars are so thin, they're made of titanium. Nike came out with it back when I was playing. And I mean, it is really, really light compared to the old school with the steel bars on it. It was drastically lighter. I used to have umpires all the time say, hey man, can you get me one of those Nike masks? And some of the guys, if I really like the umpires, I'd hook them up. Or I'd say if I didn't like the umpires, nah, I don't have any left.
That's not nice, Ben.
No, it's not. But it's the truth.
Over to first base. Santana's got it. 3-1 on the putout. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Middle of the second. It's the Mets nothing and the Phillies nothing. At a ballpark, then coming to the yard here at Citizens Bank Park. It is brand new. Hit some home runs at the fan field, which you see that youngster doing right there. Climb the Fanatic climbing wall. Throw some pitches in the mini bullpen. After the activities, treat yourself to the Turkey Hill Ice Cream Bar. Go to Phillies.com/theyard for more information. That little guy's back up, tough as nails. Doesn't everybody get a ball? We begin the bottom of the second, and Scott Kingery will lead it off. And Robert Gesellman is the new pitcher. Gesellman 4-0 with a 3.57 ERA. I mentioned the Mets bullpen has the most wins in all of Major League Baseball, and Gesellman has 4 of those 11 wins.
How about this is the bottom of the second, and both teams are combined 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. It's the bottom of the second.
Yeah. Talks about the starters maybe not having their stuff right now, and a little less timely hitting going on. No balls and 1 strike to Kingery. Kingery grounds it to third. Flores. Oh, he almost beat that. They're going to take a peek at it. Catch the Phils on the go with the NBC Sports app, and trust us, it's easy. All you have to do is download the NBC Sports app, log into your provider, and pick the game you want to watch. All right, so 1 out. Jorge Alfaro takes a strike. It's 0-1. Jay McLaughlin, and with the internal PA, just said that DeGrom came out of the game for precautionary reasons because of a 45-pitch first inning and a 1-hour rain delay. 0-2.
A little caught in between there.
Yeah.
Fooled by that pitch.
You can see it from his reaction too. Alfaro 216 on the year with 4 homers and 9 RBIs. He was 1 for 4 in Friday night's game. To the right side, and that's a base hit. First hit of the afternoon for the Phillies, and it brings Nola up.
Nice 2-strike hitting there.
Yeah.
I think Jorge really decided before that pitch right there that he was just going to go the other way or go up the middle. You know, I mean, he kind of a ball down the middle, and he just hit it on the ground the other way. Just tried not to strike out.
All right, now Nola, who's been a better bunter this year, and he bunts it toward first, a foul ball. Murph, there's a young lady behind home plate that wants to know where you are.
I'm right here.
That's not behind home plate, though.
No,
Murph.
it's not. They don't let me behind home plate, Tom.
I think if you took a wire and slid down there,
I might be able
like
to
a
get down there.
superhero. Good bunt. Gazelman picks it up. Sacrifice is successful. 1-4 on the putout. Murph, you should seriously sneak down there. And,
You have to. Right behind home plate.
and
Murph.
just sneak down and just sit down next to her.
Okay, I will. I can't do it yet.
Why?
Well, we have plans, Tom.
Oh.
Top of the 4th, you know.
It's only the bottom of the second.
Top of the 4th could be another hour and a half.
Yeah, or it could be 5 minutes. That's the problem.
Well, we'll make you earn it. You can run down there, Murph. Get your cardio in this Mother's Day.
Plenty of time, boys.
Yeah, but we're on our edge of our seats. We want to see.
We want to see it now.
Yeah, we want to see it now. We're today's generation.
All right,
Murph.
stand by.
One ball and no strikes. Cesar lays off 2-0. He does a hit in the 4th inning. Cesar walked his first time.
Love to see a 2-out knock right here.
Changeup, 2-1. Back-to-back changeups.
So folks out there, if you don't think hitting is hard in the major leagues right now, 2-0 and a fastball count. Looked like a fastball out of his hand, and
Yeah.
just not there when you swing. Great changeup.
Threw it again, 3-1. Why do you think that changed? Do you think it because hitters changed? Pitchers just decided that it was time to be able to throw it?
Pitchers, you know, you got 2 outs with a base open and a righty on deck.
So you can't hurt?
Why not?
Yeah.
You know?
In the old days, that used to be kind of the way left-handed pitchers pitch. They call it pitching backwards. They actually liked you to get ahead as a batter so they could get you out with something off speed and fastball counts. Now everybody does it, man. Everybody. They rather strike you out and don't mind walking you.
Right.
Inside, ball 4. He walks for the second time. And it brings Altair up. Now Altair. 4 walks now for the Phils. Cesar with his 27th walk of the season. Outside, 1-0. Let's see if Aaron can get a hit with his mom watching. Mom Michelle is here. Part of the Mother's Day festivities.
I think he's thinking, I don't want to throw that fastball. It's another one of those batters ahead of him. Change up counts for him.
Outside, 2-0.
Well, now he's got no choice now. He's got to throw a heater here. Has to. Can't go 3-0 and not walking in with Odubel on deck. You just can't.
Well, he did throw it.
That's his bread and butter. That sinker is his bread and butter. He'll be 93 to 96 with it.
Ball got a piece of Altair. Jim Reynolds brings the baseball out. Now he's back even 2-2. Odubel is on deck. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The runners will be off. Over to left side. Flores has got it. He thought about going to second, then throws to first in time. 5-3 on the putout. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 more men left. We will go to the 3rd. Baseball. Hey, look, he was able to get down there in time. And he's going to get a See, Murph, it was worth it. Look at the reaction from Lisa. Oh, that's so funny.
We've been putting you on TV quite often, and these guys, they challenged me to get down here in an innings time.
Yeah. Oh boy, it was
I'm
tough.
exhausted and out of breath. So. Let's sit so we're not like, hi guys, happy Mother's Day.
Let's sit. Go ahead, Murph, take it away.
Well, I just didn't want to block the people behind us, but hi guys,
people do
how
it
are
all
you?
the time in the Diamond Club.
What a seat.
It is a really good seat.
Better. What are you playing? I could get used to this.
You couldn't squat like that for the whole game.
True.
I could.
You probably could.
Well, Murph, we didn't have to put her on TV. She's constantly on TV.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a
really.
good point. That's a good point. You can't help but be on television in these seats.
What are they enjoying their Mother's Day?
Are you guys enjoying Mother's Day? Yeah, no, the rain has gone away and everyone's having a good time.
Would have been nice if we scored some runs there.
That would be nice.
Yeah. I feel like I'm having a one-way conversation. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ground ball, right side. Cesar is up with it. And there's 1 out.
Murph, what did they do during the rain delay?
Did you guys do anything fun during the rain delay? Ben wants to know. Sat at the bar.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's always fun. You know, I may or may not have run into Lisa in a bar or 2 down in Clearwater from time to time, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
What's the worst place to be stranded during the rain delay?
No, the bar's a good spot to be
It's
stranded.
an excellent place to be stranded. Here's Cespedes with 1 man down.
Murph, did they know you have a hit next inning?
I told them they felt badly that I had to run all the way back up.
Take the elevator and the whole thing.
I was all the way up there. I was watching from the we came flying down. That's what we did.
I told you should have zip lined. 1 ball and no strikes to Cespedes. And a line drive caught by Michael Franco, then dropped, but he's got time. He has to wait for Santana, and Cespedes is safe at first base.
That shows you how hard that ball was hit. Carlos didn't have, with the shift on, they didn't have enough time for Carlos to get back.
Cespedes moving really slow. I wonder if he aggravated that hamstring. I don't know about that.
I don't know if he hit first base. Ben, you're right, though. I mean, Carlos was way away on that shift. And no, he hit the bag. That's exactly right, Lisa. That's exactly right.
That's a good score. I'm looking for a score on that. A base hit on that. Good throw would have had him at first, would it not?
Yeah, they did give him a hit on that one.
Between the shift and Michael, I think Carlos thought he initially caught it, so he probably stopped running towards first base. And then with the shift on, it gave him that much more time. He was so far away from the bag.
Well, now Adrian Gonzalez is up at first base. And it's 0-1. Murph is venturing back up to his spot for the 4th inning hit. There he goes. We're timing you, Murph, with your Pima cotton pants.
I don't recognize the hat.
That was funny. Gonzalez lifts it to right field, playable for Altair. And 2 outs. And now Wilmer Flores is coming back to the plate for the 2nd time. He struck out with the bases loaded his first time up.
Another quality pitch by Nola on Gonzalez. Just right on his hands. Could not get the head out and get to it.
Michael, did you get a lot of right on right changeups?
No.
I can imagine.
No. Not at all.
Is there one guy in particular that would throw you change-ups? Some righty?
Here's Franco, and he throws out Flores. We'll give Michael a chance to chew on that.
I'll
no
think
runs.
about that.
One hit and one man left. On to the bottom of the third. Phillies.com. Go to the fans section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. All right, guys, the question is, who holds the Mets record for most RBIs in the month of May? in a month of May, not in like 5 Mays, but just in
any month of May.
In a month of May. Answer will be revealed a little later on.
Glad that's not too vague.
Let me get this straight. It's any month of May.
In a particular month of May.
Which
Double fouls
could
it away.
be just the month of May, right? Or it wouldn't be, because there's a lot of Mays.
Could be any May. Could be May of 1978 or May of 1984. It could not be a May before 1962, though.
Is that a hint?
Yeah, you can't. Don't go back past before 62. No balls and 1 strike to Odubel. And 1-1.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb because of. I'll tell you later.
It's a good guess, Mike. They do have a patch on in honor of Le Grand Lorange. It is not the right answer, though. Odubel fouls it down the right field line. It remains 1-2. I will tell you that there's a little Odubel Herrera in this particular player. Little Odubel Herrera in this particular player. Swing and a miss. Phillies baseball is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery's new scratch off, My First Million. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. And by your local Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. Along with Mike Schmidt, Ben Davis, Greg Murphy, Lisa from Ocean City. I'm Tom McCarthy. Reese Hoskins is up with 1 man down, and Hoskins fouls it off.
He's much like Odubel Herrera. That narrows it down.
Yeah, he's got Odubel has a little of
flair.
His flair. probably has a little more flair. Although you would know better, Michael. Ball's fouled back behind home plate.
What do I know about flair?
Well, you know this player. You played with and against this player. Outside, 1-2. Santana's on deck. Mike, is this all a timing issue for Reese, you think? Leg kick, all that stuff? Or is it just, as you mentioned, you alluded to before, decision making? There's a liner down the left field line. That is a fair ball, and that's going to go to the corner. And that'll be a two-base hit for Hoskins, his 11th double of the year.
Well, that helps. A little bit of everything, Tommy. Start losing your confidence in your mechanics. You start doing things that, you know, your brain's telling you that you can't get to certain pitches. So you start cheating a little bit, you know, with your hands start to come forward early. Then you get caught in between. By that I mean you're not recognizing pitches and make your decisions later. You're making them too early.
Well, here's Carlos. He takes low 1-0.
The slump in baseball for hitters has been there since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
We've all had them.
Up and in, 2-0.
Two major slumps I remember in my career. I started off the 78 season, 0 for 28.
Ooh. Didi Gregorius from the Yankees just finished an 0 for 30.
Yes.
I think it was.
And he got a single yesterday.
0 for 28 to start the year.
When I got my first knock, I was 1 for 29. It's a little rough batting average right there. And then in the 83 series, I think I went like 1 for 20.
Was that more frustrating to you in the 83 series?
Absolutely.
Yeah, than starting a season.
I was sort of in front of the world. You know?
Ball 4. Santana walks. 5 walks today for the Phils. They have yet to capitalize on those walks.
That was as much as a pitch around as you're going to see.
Think so?
I absolutely think so.
Because you're thinking now you can get Franco to maybe hit into a double play.
Yeah, I mean, that's, again, going back to that sinker. Get a ball on the ground here. You have 2 consecutive righties coming up. Yeah, that was a pitch around.
Let's see if Michael makes an adjustment. I mean, he really could not handle anything on the outer third of the plate against DeGrom.
Outside, 1-0.
It's when you, like right now, I'd just cheat on that outside corner. I'd look for the ball low and away and go right center. And if I got jammed, the heck with it.
Yeah, he's definitely working that part of the plate, just like he did in his last at-bat, which was a 10-pitch at-bat, and then resulted in the slider from DeGrom that he swung and missed at.
If you throw the ball into him right now, it's a major mistake.
Two balls, no strikes. And they do throw it into him, but now they might have a double play. 6-4-3. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. So we played 3. Not a whole lot of scoring as we go to the 4th. Where you serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families. Jacob deGrom combined with Chris Sale, Corey Kluber, Felix Hernandez, and Michael Fulmer for 1,004 strikeouts last season, raising $125,400 to support Helmets for Heroes. It was sponsored by Carhartt. That's an amazing amount of number. The money is to help veterans transition back into civilian life by offering them several means to do so during the course of their time. And Carhartt donated $100 to helmets to hard hats for each of the strikeout that was recorded last year by those guys. And plus a $25,000 bonus as well to add on to it. Conforto off the hands, and it's going to slide into right center field for a base hit.
Wow.
So Conforto's aboard. Mesoraco's coming up. All right, Murph, you made it back to your appointment for the top of the fourth inning. What you got?
I did indeed. And say hello to Michelle Altair, who is here to help us celebrate Mother's Day. Of course, the mother of Aaron Altair, and Aaron's wife Samantha is here as well. And we're celebrating Mother's Day. It's so nice to have you here in Philadelphia. You're representing all the moms of the team. Big responsibility, but it must be great to be able to spend some time with your son.
It is. I enjoy coming out here, and to make this Mother's Day and then be selected to represent the moms is really an honor.
All right, so now we have to ask you, give us the dirt on Aaron when he was a kid. We know what a great young man he is now. He is just just a great person to be around, and has been ever since we got a chance to meet him. What was he like as a kid? I mean, obviously he was a good athlete, but what was he like as a kid?
The same. He was, except a kid. He was an excellent student. He was fun to be around. He was my running buddy. I mean, he went with me carried him from the baby to about 13. Then he didn't want to go with me anymore, but he was my running buddy. And he was an excellent student. He was a straight A student. He was fun. He's got a great memory, so he would regale us with his with movies that he would memorize the whole movies to, and he would play out the scenes. And so that's the type of person he was. He didn't do anything other than that. He just loved sports. He played in the house by himself, if that was the case. And that's who you see now. That's what he was. That's how he was when he was a kid.
And I can tell you're very proud of that, as you should be. When did you know that? Hey, you know, he's a pretty good athlete. Maybe there might be a future in this this sports thing.
When he was 2.
2 years old.
I know that, you know, some people would say you knew that at that age, and I said yes, because it just, you know, at 2 years old, once he got the hang of the bat, he could hit the ball really hard, and he could throw really hard. And so I started watching him after that, and then as he got older, he got involved in other sports. He played soccer, basketball, football, golf, and he played them all equally as well. So I knew then he's going to be in some type of major league sport.
Just didn't know when. When was baseball decided? You know what? This is the route we're going to go.
Senior year.
Double play right there.
Good.
So senior year of high school, you said, let's stick with baseball. I think this is working for him.
Yes. It was between basketball and baseball. And after his 11th grade year, his junior year, he decided he's going to go just strictly baseball.
All right, Samantha, so you get a chance to spend some time with your mother-in-law as well. I know she came in on Wednesday, and so you guys have had a chance, but nice. Mother's Day is always such a special day, so you get a chance to spend some time.
Yeah, I love spending time with her. I mean, she's amazing, and just the way how she raised Aaron is just so amazing. So it's so special that the Phillies got to do this for her, and just everything she got to do.
You know, when kids are growing up and playing sports, a lot of times these kind of holidays are, you know, there's games and there's places to be, and they kind of get lost. So to have this opportunity 2 years in a row to spend Mother's Day with Aaron is pretty special.
Yes, it is. It is. I enjoy it. I come out here early enough, you know, because I enjoy, you know, spending time with Sam too, because we're really close. We're very close. And so it's kind of like the three of us together that's spending that time.
Well, that's really great. It's so good to see both of you. Enjoy the rest of your time here. Samantha, we'll see you soon enough, but Michelle, it was great to see you. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you so very much.
Good to talk to you. Guys, back upstairs.
All right, Murph, as you see the paint on the outside part of the plate for Aaron Nola to get Gesellman. The double play certainly helped his cause. Some pictures of Aaron and his mom through the years. He was her running mate. He was pretty active, I'm sure. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Call 800 Jeff now or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Time now for a Hyundai defensive play of the game. That double play certainly helped Aaron Nola's cause, guys.
Sure did. Nice play, Kingery. Pretty much tailor-made. I don't know about Conforto there. Might have frozen right when that ball was hit, but he just got off far enough where Kingery could turn the double play with a good throw to first, and that's your Hyundai defensive play of the game. Brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer.
Well, Scott Kingery will lead it off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. On this Mother's Day 2018, we had a 59-minute rain delay and a really long first inning with a lot of walks and pitches. Jacob deGrom, the starter for the Mets, pitched 1 inning, 45 pitches. It's the most pitches he's thrown in any inning in his career. Now, Gesellman took over in the second. The most pitches in an inning this year by a pitcher was Ivan Nova, threw 51. And it was just recently. It was just the other day. No balls and 2 strikes to Kingery.
There you go, Ben. You mentioned to me earlier today in the office during the rain delay that how many times do you think Kingery and Santana and Hoskins getting that 0-2 count?
Yeah.
You know.
It's tough at this level. These guys are just too good. They know how to put you away.
Oh, we got a little Jamie Moyer going on here. I don't like that baseball. I watched a video the other day of Al Hrabowski.
That was great.
That was awesome.
Did you guys see that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, that was hysterical. Where the umpire finally got frustrated. And a strike 3 called as Kingery goes down looking. The umpire finally got frustrated because Al kept throwing baseballs away on the mound in Los Angeles. So the umpire rolled it back to him.
It just makes me laugh thinking about it.
And Hrabowski rolled it back to the umpire. Then the umpire threw one over his head. Finally, one of his teammates came in and picked it up and handed it to him.
I'm just trying to think who that umpire was. I want to say maybe, would it be Bob Engel or something? I'm trying to think who that was.
I thought Fremming, but I think you could be right. I think it was Bob Engel. Here's Alfaro. But he fouls it 0-1. But it was funny. Anybody that has come across Al Hrabowski, if you're our age or if you played against him like Mike did, when he was out on the mound, he looked like he was 6'5". But when you stand next to him, he's about 5'7".
Yeah.
The mad Hungarian.
Yeah, it was
Bob Engel.
Bob Engel?
Yeah. October 8th, 2000. Well, no, I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't 2000.
No.
It was a shtick, though. Oof. Back toward the middle. And a base hit for Alfaro, his second hit of the day.
Now that just goes to show you right there that an inside pitch can be hit straight away. Just goes to show you. Watch where this pitch is if we get to see it again. There she comes. Ball's just a little in, and he covers it. It's called covering it. Look at that, right on the inside corner. Didn't try to pull it. Just fires his hips, and ball goes right up the middle.
Yep, shows you just how strong he is.
Here's Nola, who bunts again. It is a fair ball, and it's a double play. Wow.
Boy, that was close at second. I can't even believe they went to second. I think somebody might have thought Alfaro was slow because he can motor.
Well, the Mets are taking a peek at it, or the Phillies, excuse me, are taking a peek at it. I mean, they cannot look at fair or foul. I guess they're just looking at the play at second, the play at first. I really thought it was foul, but Jim Reynolds was right on it. But they can't look at that anyway. Yeah, it's a fair ball. And he is
just out.
He's on the bag. So everybody is released. We go to the fifth inning. On-field 5950 flex fit adjustable and women's styles. Pick one up at the Majestic Clubhouse store, open daily from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. We got a picture of the lid up here. We have an actual lid up here, up in the broadcast booth. This is a size 7.5 right here.
Yes, sir, buddy. You look good in a ball hat, man.
Yeah, well, I should have worn one yesterday. My head was fried yesterday.
Yes, it was.
From the sun. It's a nice looking hat. They change them up almost every year now. So you can go through sort of a collector's item. But you can get them here at the ballpark. You can go online and get them at Phillies.com. But it's, you know, we're going to have different ones this year. Got this one for Mother's Day. Memorial Day is coming up. There'll be a hat for that. Father's Day, there'll be a hat for that. And there's a special hat for the game the Phillies are playing up at Williamsport. That Sunday night game.
Mm-hmm.
You have a nice collection by the end of the year. Rosario retired by Alfaro his first time. No balls and 2 strikes. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, I wore a hat almost every day. Literally every day.
I'm with you.
I mean, just a different baseball hat almost every day. Or the same one.
I still wear a cap just about every day.
I wish I would have.
Toward the hole, that's a base hit for Rosario.
Aaron almost had him put away. He's good at minimizing his pitches. You know, he can strike one, strike two. He didn't bite on that low changeup, and then got the fastball in. And what do they call that, Ben? The 6-hole over there, the 5-hole for 6-hole.
Tony, they call it Tony Gwynn the 5.5 hole because you have obviously third baseman is 5 and shortstop is 6 position-wise, number-wise, and in between would be obviously 5.5. But Tony made a living over there.
All right, so now Aaron going to try to get a double play ball here. The Mets have hit it to 1 double play. The Phillies have turned 4 on this homestand. How about the amount of guys the Phillies have picked off in the last 10 days? 4 guys at first base have been picked off.
So number 20 right there, Ruben Amaro Jr.
Yep.
His daddy, Ruben Amaro Sr., wore number 20.
Oh, did he really?
Oh, yeah.
Ruben got back into uniform with the Red Sox. And now with the Mets. Oh, there we go. 4 pitcher to first baseman pickoffs in the last 10. 5 overall, tied for 3rd in baseball. 5 pitcher pickoffs, and then there's a 6th one. And that was it was Alfaro, I believe, that threw behind the runner at first to get him. Arrieta's got quick feet.
What's his name?
That is Jake Arrieta, Michael.
Okay.
A lot of A's. I think Aaron would have liked that pitch from the home plate umpire. Runner goes, pitches low, throw to second base is in time. Rosario's asking them to check.
I'm going to tell you what, there's a couple of good things happened on that one, Ben. You know that. I would just say, I thought he had it stolen easily. You talk about a rocket arm and a great tag. You know why it's a great tag? I don't know if they're going to give it to him. I think so.
Yeah, they got him.
Because he let the ball get to him.
Yes.
Right?
As opposed to going and getting it.
As opposed to standing in front of the bag and catching it and reaching back.
Now that's something we've talked about. They have worked on an awful lot with their infielders, whether it be Cesar, Kingery, J.P. Crawford while he's on the disabled list. Inside 3-0. But Murph, they've also worked with Alfaro on changing some things too.
They have, Tom, and you know, but one of the biggest things, obviously, you know, he's very good in his pop time. We've talked about that time and time again this year. But one of the things that, as Mike just pointed out, they were working with the infielders, is allowing that ball to get to the bag and putting that tag down, because you know some of the middle infielders had gotten into a habit over the last couple of years of catching that ball out in front of the bag, and you know it seems like a simple concept, but that ball's traveling a lot faster than the glove can travel down with that tag. So it's something that they have been working on time and time again with the middle infielders to help Alfaro out. We all know what kind of rocket arm he has, but the ability to allow that ball to travel a little bit more, then put that tag down, has certainly paid off dividends of late.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful throw, and look where Kingery is. He's straddling the bag. Now, they don't necessarily want their infielders straddling the bag. What we talked about the other day, after we spoke with Jose Flores about it, is they want 1 foot on the bag, the back foot, and then allowing it to travel the way they've been doing, and then slap the tag down real quick, like Chase Utley used to do.
Straight down.
Straight down.
And one thing
no
that
sweep.
Jose Flores has them doing before the games is they'll set up the pitching machine, kind of like right where the Phillies on deck circle is.
Correct.
The machine will be there, and then I wouldn't say it goes the length of the dugout, but they'll put a bag down there in front on the warning track, and they'll literally just work on that. Jose Flores will shoot balls out of the machine, and those guys will have to put that foot on the bag and catch it and make sure they're not going out to get the baseball. They're letting that ball travel all the way to them.
Yeah, and the other thing too, which I never really thought about, but I guess makes some sense when it's not a wet base, as that pitch is inside. They also feel like the top of the bag can be used to help push for a high throw. They can get those extra few inches to pop up a little bit and get that high throw. And then if they have to come off, that's fine. Then they can just swipe the tag as they come off.
Well, that was just an amazing throw by Jorge.
A high bouncer to first base. Santana goes to second for one. Over to first. Wow. 3-6-1 double play.
Now that was.
I'm saying get the out. I'm saying get the out.
I thought the same thing. Santana with a great angle at second base. And how about the release by Kingery and how hard he threw this to Nola, who was there in time to finish off this double play.
I'll tell you what, that was as good as it gets. I mean,
Sure was.
That's as good as Alfaro's throw right there. That's Santana as a former middle infielder, right?
And catcher.
Middle infielder. And he threw a rocket to Kingery, who returned it back to him as good as you can get. I'm telling you what.
3-6-1. Yeah, 3-6-1 double play. We'll be back for the bottom of the fifth right after this.
Just get it out, Carlos. You're going to have 2 outs. But no, he fires a strike onto Kingery. Kingery onto Aaron Nola. That is your GMC precision play.
I've got to say, that play at first was a lot closer than I thought.
Yeah.
As Paul Sewald is on for the second time in this series. He gets the outside corner on that first pitch. And it's 0-1 to Cesar. And Cesar out toward right field. Nimmo. And 1 out. And here's Aaron Altair. The Phillies just, I guess you could say this for the Mets too, but the Phillies just need a hit in a key spot. They just need to get it loosened up again.
Tom, no question about it. No question about it. Which is what they were getting for a long period of time.
In particular, that Giants series too. I mean, it really stood out. Altair is 0 for 1. He walked his first time, grounded out his last time. ball and 2 strikes.
Unusual delivery. See Wall.
It's almost like a crossfire to accept.
Down under, kind of lead with the elbow.
It's like he lulls you to think that it's all going to go to the outside part of the plate, and then all of a sudden. Whoosh. Two balls, 2 strikes to Altair. Nothing sounds solid off the bat.
It's because they're pink.
Think so?
No.
But you know what I'm saying, though? Everything sounds, it has a different sound coming off. Popped up, foul territory. Gonzalez, the first baseman, is over. So is Mesoraco. Two outs. Time now for our Citizens Bank minor league report. Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. Lehigh Valley defeated Buffalo 1-0 last night. They're rained out today. Cole Irvin apparently is throwing the ball really well for the Iron Pigs. Clearwater defeated Daytona 7-1. Adam Hazley, a couple hits, couple RBIs. Lakewood lost to West Virginia 4-2. Lakewood has been postponed because of rain against West Virginia today. Altoona leads Reading 6-1 in the 7th. Kyle Martin has hit his 4th home run. And here's Herrera, who's 0 for 1.
What's that changeup right there? You remember you asked me earlier about right-handers throwing changeups to me, and I'm sitting here, have been sitting here. I can't think of a right-hander when I played that featured a changeup to a right-handed hitter.
There's a little looper out to center, a base hit for Odubel.
Hits just keep on coming.
Yep.
I used to have pitchers that I'd call a changeup, right on right changeup. Pitcher would say, I can't throw a right-hander a changeup. I can't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
I said,
when did it all change?
I think you started to see it mid-2000s, maybe towards later in the early 2000s, I'd say. But if it's one of your best pitches, why not?
Yeah, I would agree with you on that if it's one of your key pitches.
I'm going to make a home run call right here.
All right.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I think we would all take that at this point.
Just totally coming off the double the last time up. That little low slider he's throwing at the front knee, breaking over the middle of the plate. Here it comes. I swung at that baby. Oh man, I intercepted that thing right as it came across the middle of the plate. See, that's the way I hit. You know, I look for pitches and get, you know, I guess, let her fly. Ooh.
Got a fastball there, and he fouls it off to the Hall of Fame club. Toward the hole, Rosario got a good quick first step. And the Phillies are retired here in the 5th inning, 6-4 on the putout. Fielder's choice. Phillies leave one more. They've left 7 through the first 5. We'll go to the 6th. Call upon the local company who has perfected the perks of same-day delivery. Order by 11:30 and your W.B. Mason driver delivers right to your break room. Local, fast and convenient. Who but W.B. Mason? Now the Fanatic dancing to Phoebe on this Mother's Day. It's always a classic. Flowers are falling all over the place.
That's Phoebe's favorite outfit.
I think it is Phoebe's favorite. Well, it's cool out today, so she's got to stay warm. Here's Cespedes to begin the 6th inning. Cespedes is 1 for 2. Strikeout. And a single off the glove of Franco. Nice shot by Matt. Walking around with the handheld. Nice crowd, very patient crowd with the delay, 59-minute rain delay. Change up, 0-2. I always hated that as a kid. You know, you're ready to go to a game and you can see the clouds start to fly over and you're like, oh no. Nothing more disheartening than getting to the ballpark and having the game canceled.
Yeah.
Good day for some hot chocolate. In the air to left field. Hoskins going back, and the Mets take a 1-0 lead. Solo home run for Cespedes, his 8th of the year.
Even that didn't sound good.
No, it looked like it was in on the hands, and he just muscled it.
Yeah, you're right about that. That was a muscle home run. The kind of home run that happens here at our ballpark. These guys are so strong nowadays. He just kind of stayed closed on that. Look at that. His arms are bent.
Yeah.
Pull those hands in.
He did get it toward the barrel. I mean, it was. But he definitely pulled his hands in.
He knew he had it when he hit it. And he didn't quite get all of it.
Well, that's the 8th home run for Cespedes, as we mentioned. The 16th he's hit in his career against the Mets. Or against the Phillies, I should say. And he has 11 here.
That was an attempt to hit the ball the other way?
Well, he showed bunt and then pulled it back and then took a hack. The home run total for the Mets now, it's their 63rd home run against the Phillies since the start of the 2015 season. They have 163 home runs in the last 117 games against the Phillies. 163 home runs in the last 117 games.
That's a joke. That is a joke. Wow.
The Mets are 74-42 against the Phillies in the last in that period of time, last 116. 2-2. I mean, look at that. Look at that home run. Those home runs, 35, 34, 33. And it's different players. I mean, Cespedes has been there, but it's not the same guys.
Duda,
yeah,
he hit a bunch.
I don't really see the Mets as having a home run lineup. Yeah. I remember Duda, like you said, Duda used to hit a few. Cespedes has been there.
Murphy hit a couple.
Yeah, Daniel Murphy was part of that. Yeah, for the 15 season. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't think they have a quote-unquote home run hitting lineup, but against the Phillies, it just seems to, bring out the power in them.
Granderson.
Yeah, the Grandy man.
Jay Bruce
was on paternity leave. But that's what you have to figure, that the law of averages. That cycle has got to come back. It has to. 2-2 pitch. Change up 3-2. Hey, little lady. Is she holding a sign saying, "Murph, where are you?" Pulled into right field, a base hit for Gonzalez. Yeah, that's his second hit of the series. It's still nobody out, and Flores is coming up. Well, Dave is back after not coming to the park yesterday, which was a smart move on his part. Dave and his fiance have made it back before they head back to the UK. Sarah's got the pullover on that was given out today.
Got a good call right there, right at the bottom of the strike zone.
There's the giveaway Sarah's wearing. What's up, little man?
Say hi.
Looks like the kid running around in the ball field.
Yeah.
So.
Opposite field base hit for Flores. Now first and second with nobody out. 3 straight hits by the Mets, and here's Conforto.
Yeah, 3 straight hitters now. But the need of the bat on the ball, that's highly unusual for Aaron.
Yeah, the hard hit percentage, he is still among the league leaders. Conforto singled his last time up. He's reached base safely in 10 straight against the Phils. Jim Reynolds just doesn't want to give him the outside part of the plate. He's trying to get it there.
Well, the Met hitters are doing some good things now against Aaron. Obviously, Cespedes waited on that breaking ball, hit it out. The rest of the guys are laying off pitches, you know, that they won't bite on that changeup away. Didn't bite on that curveball right there. Hit the ball the other way. Flores hit the ball the other way. Kind of figuring him out the third time around. Need a double play ball right here.
I think the Phillies are going to get somebody up in the bullpen. Tommy Hutter's getting up. Good changeup, 2-1. Ramos is warming up in the Mets bullpen.
Sam Folden in the bullpen today.
He's maneuvering. He's moving around. Another change up, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Fastball and a strike 3 called. Woo. 4 strikeouts today for Nola.
That was some paint right there.
Yeah, that was timely too. You need a strikeout right there. You get through Conforto. Now you can get down to some double play opportunities. Wow, great pitch. Great frame right there, Ben.
Yeah. Gave Jim Reynolds a good look at it, that's for sure.
And now Mesoraco, who's 0 for 2. He is popped out. He's also lined into a double play. Phillies set up for 2, and they take the first pitch is just below the knees, 1-0. was a hanging changeup right there.
Yep.
Taking some tips down there, Ben.
I am.
Yep. Hope we don't drop a glove or something down.
I think we'll be okay.
The problem is there's going to be a table out there, or tables, so we have to avoid those as well. 1-2.
The other night, line drive went down that corner where you guys are going to be sitting.
Mm-hmm.
You said, I heard you say, you'd handle that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be on this end?
I don't know how we're going to be situated. Are we going to be in 3 consecutive seats?
No. We're going to have spaces every other seat. Yeah. What are you saying?
Well, I'm just saying. Yourself, John, and I are. Some broad shoulders.
That's right.
You need a 2 for 1.
Little slow roller out towards second base. Cesar's got it. Applies the tag. Throws to first. In time, a double play. Not only was Flores tagged, but the second base umpire Ben May said he was out of the baseline anyway. Mickey Callaway is going to try to celebrate his birthday with an argument with the second base umpire.
Good, an argument on the field. I haven't seen one this year.
I thought he tagged him, but then he signaled that he was out of the baseline. So it's going to go down as a 4-3 double play. There's really nothing that they can change here. Watch here, see if he tagged him. Well, if he did, he just barely got him.
He's really not out of the baseline either.
I don't think he is either. So the baseline is established there. Yeah, he's not out of the baseline. Well, maybe the Phillies did get a break. It's 4-3 on the putout with a double play. A run scores on the homer by Cespedes. We move on to the bottom of the 6th. By Nissan. Shop ChooseNissan.com. And by WB Mason. Who but WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. Well, Nola talking with Gabe Kapler. His day may be done. I guess we'll have to wait and see. As Santana takes from Sewald. One ball and one strike. Two and one. Two.
What a pitch, right? 3-1, that breaking ball, backdoor breaking ball. Wow.
That one's into foul territory on the third base side. Flores will not get there. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Got a good pitch to hit, and he fouled it back. Phillies with no runs on 4 hits. The Mets 1 run on 9 hits. It's kind of actually weird to look up and see that Nola gave up 9 hits in 6 innings. In the air to left field. Doesn't have enough height. It is off the top of the wall. And Santana on his way to second base is there standing with a double. 11th double of the year.
Man, that's a good start. I don't think he got all that ball because he was sprinting out of the batter's box, which man, he could feel he didn't get it. A little down on the barrel.
Yep, and it hit the cement just under the fence, which is why it jumped as high as it did.
I tried talking to it, Tom. It didn't work.
You know, it did have top spin. I thought it might have enough height. But that's the reward after an 8-pitch at bat.
What do you do here if you're the manager? Do you want to see Franco hit the ball the other way and give himself sort of, you know, not have an aggressive at bat, but try to advance the runner? Do you want to just turn him loose? Because he's been one of our reasonably hot hitters the last couple of weeks.
I would think turn him loose until he gets to 2 strikes, and then you got to find a way to try and get it done.
I just don't know if he can consistently
hit the ground ball right with that second
ground ball right where the second baseman should be.
Yeah, the other day.
Yep.
Was it Friday night or I'm not sure what, but it was the night after he had the big game.
Mm-hmm. 1 ball, no strikes to Franco. See right there, he was not giving himself up. He was going for it all. And that was a pitch where he had recognized it.
Yeah, guess what he would have done with that pitch if he was thinking right field.
Maybe right center field gap. One ball and 2 strikes. Phillies have not had a hit with a runner in scoring position since Thursday's game against the Giants. They were hitless with runners in scoring position 7 times in Friday night's ball game, and they are 0 for 5 here today.
Oh. Awfully close.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Little floater out to left field. Cespedes, who's having trouble with that quad, makes the catch.
Excellent play.
Yep.
That was an excellent play.
2 outs.
When healthy, he can be dynamic. It's a really good jump on it. So helps have that big old glove out there.
Outside to Kingery, and it's 1-0.
Well, you should get a good pitch to hit right here.
Outside, 3-0. And ball 4. So that puts runners on first and second for the Phillies. How about all these walks today?
It's interesting. Brings up Alfaro, who's 2 for 2 in the game.
Yep.
And pitched to Kingery like they didn't want him to swing.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. All right, so Alfaro has singled to right. He's singled up the middle. Nick Williams has come out of the on-deck circle to pinch hit. Blevins was warming up. I think he'll pop up again. Yeah, the pitch will have to wait as Sewald turns back towards second. There's Nick.
And 6 walks now for the Phillies today. 6.
6 walks to go along with the 5 hits. Jacob deGrom started. He walked 3 in 1 inning. He threw 45 pitches, was lifted after 1 for the Mets. Gesellman, he worked the next 3 innings. And now it's been Sewald who's in his 2nd inning of work. The Phillies have 2 on with 1 out. Man, are they in need of a clutch hit? 0 for 12 with runners in scoring position this series. 0-2.
Mazaraca wanted that ball inside under his arms, and he threw it low and away. Lucky he caught it. We are again 0-2 with men in scoring position.
Yep.
A high fastball, and there are 2 outs. Fastball that was at 88 miles an hour. And now Nick Williams will pinch hit for Aaron Nola. And let's see what Mickey Callaway does here.
Yeah, it's just a big swing there, 0-2, Mike. And you got a runner out there, and that's. You just try and choke and poke and.
He just said there was no trip out to the mound for Mazaraca. Hey, he did.
Why?
Jim, I don't know.
Maybe you can go between batters if you ask permission.
Maybe. Williams takes inside.
Gonna be a green light pitch right here. You know how Nick loves to let her go.
1 ball and no strikes to Williams.
Where National League, it's just tougher to get wins if you're a starting pitcher because, you know, Aaron with just 89 pitches, he could easily go back out there.
No question.
Another chance. I'm not saying the Phillies won't get a run here, but you know, in the American League, you just run them back out there.
You know, it's too bad. Nick could benefit, I think, from like a 500 at-bat season.
In the air to right field. Wow, that is gone! Off the base of the scoreboard. Nick Williams pops off the bench yet again. A 3-run home run, and the Phillies take the lead.
Good timing. There you go. There's your hit with men in scoring position and 2 out.
Oh, hopefully that'll give Aaron Nola a chance to get that W.
Man, a little slider low and away, kind of a backdoor slider.
And that was way out of here.
It begs the question is why is Blevins not in, but the Phillies are happy about it.
What extension.
That's where you like the ball low, right? Watch this backdoor. Well, it's actually not backdoor. It came over the inner half. What timing that was. That was a big knock, especially you mentioned Aaron Nola. Gives him
Nola
hugs.
with some hugs.
Hugs for everybody.
1 ball and 1 strike. 2 career pinch hit home runs now for Nick Williams, who I know he wants to play more. I really do. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't play more, but he has turned himself into a pretty good pinch hitter in this first month and a half of the season. Has he not?
Well, he has, but I'm not sure that's what the batter wants to be.
No, I agree. I agree. I agree with that.
In this day and age, anyway.
Yep.
I mean, we've had a few. We've had some Del Unsers and some Greg Grosses, but Nick's a little young. That was a big hit for us, real big.
First hit with a runner in scoring position this series. The crowd coming to its feet. Aaron Nola is done. Nick Williams is probably done also, but he's done some damage as well with a 3-run home run. We'll head on to the 7th inning. now for the Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary. Phillies just had a 3-run home run from Nick Williams, his 7th pinch hit of the season. And that has given them a 3-1 lead. Aaron Nola, 6 innings, 9 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. So as we go to the 7th inning, 9 outs for the bullpen again, as Dominic Smith will pinch hit against Tommy Hunter. Dominic Smith pinch hitting for Seawald. And he takes a fastball in the inside corner. Of each innings, Zach Eflin, who was supposed to start yesterday, went out to the bullpen. Now, he could be going out for 2 reasons. One, he could be throwing a side session in preparation for a start in Baltimore. Or he could be going out just in case the Phillies need an extra arm, which they probably don't, but, you know, just an extra arm to have out there. One ball and 1 strike to Dominic Smith. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Rosario is on deck. One out. 95 on that fastball. Yeah, that'll bring Rosario up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, yesterday morning, Saturday morning, hundreds of folks turning out at the Navy Yard for the 8th annual Muscular Dystrophy Association Muscle Walk. You see the folks out there. Had a nice morning to do it. The events, of course, to raise awareness and some funds for neuromuscular disease. And Reese Hoskins, who has been a part of the MDA and the fight against that disease since he was in high school. He and his girlfriend Jamie were team captains yesterday. They had a team. I know a lot of their teammates were out there. Andrew Knapp was out there. Nick Pavetta, Jake Arrieta, and his family were also out there supporting Team Hoskins. So a terrific day. The weather held out for them early in the morning, so they were able to get out there and raise the money. And by all accounts, just a terrific day, and all going towards a good cause. So congratulations to Hoskins, Reese, and the gang for being out there yesterday morning.
Yeah, I mean, the people that went out to support it beyond Reese and the Phillies was incredible. Just to see the photos, to see the arts and crafts that the kids were getting a chance to do. But I love the fact that his teammates were out there as well. Yeah. You know, supporting the venture. And we even saw this earlier this year with the bowling tournament that the Phillies held, and everybody was at the bowling tournament. And that's something, you know, that the Phillies have always tried to do, but I think it's taking another step even this year too. So very cool.
Let's have a really, really good bunch of guys in that clubhouse. Yeah. To a man.
Well, I think when you have veterans too, that, and you guys know this better than anybody, that are involved. I mean, Jake and his family. I mean, Jake's first year here, but he's a veteran.
Right.
I think that says a lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rosario. And 3-2 with a cutter down. Over to second base, Cesar. 2 outs. Also yesterday, Murph was holding a fundraiser as part of the Tour de Shore, which is the bike race, or the bike, Murph, it's not a bike race, it's a bike event that you do each and every year. Auctioned off some items, some 50-50s given out. And Murph and the folks that were part of it, it was at McFadden's outside, raised about $5,000, which is incredible. Murph, you've done this for as long as I've known you, but this is an event and a charity that is near and dear to your hearts.
Absolutely. It's for first responders, police, firefighters, and military members and their families in and around Philadelphia and South Jersey. And yeah, yesterday was the kickoff event for Team Murphy as we get set to ride on July 29th. So we had a great turnout at McFadden's last night. Had some great memorabilia to auction off, and folks were excited about that. The Mike Schmidt hat was a big hit, so I thanked Mike earlier today for his contributions. and Rhys Hoskins, we had Rhys Hoskins bat as well. So it was a terrific day. It's our first step towards raising, we hope, $1.25 million by July 29th. And I think we'll get there. So, yeah, thank you very much.
How much?
1.25 million is our goal this year. We raised about 1.1 last year. We're still looking for riders. July 29th, if folks are interested.
How can they get involved with that, Murph?
Just you know, you can look up Tour de Shore on the internet, and our website's right there. They can join Team Murphy as early as right now.
You have some cool jerseys again this year?
Absolutely.
Green?
There'll be some green in the Team Murphy jersey, for sure.
Here's Cabrera with a runner at first. At a pitch high, 1-0.
Woo. Throw to first was like 94, wasn't it?
Had some gas on it, yeah.
Carlos, if that mitt wasn't broken in, it is now.
Carlos sitting over there like a catcher.
Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Cespedes is on deck. Be nice to get out of this inning without having him up with runners on. All fastballs.
I know I'd challenge him right here. I don't know if I want Cespedes up there.
I would agree with that, Mike. Out toward right field. Altair on the run, and this one is off the scoreboard. Nimmo's at third. He's going to score, and Cabrera goes to second base with an RBI double.
Well, we got lucky right there. It's just like almost like Santana's hit. I think he got it down a little bit.
I'm amazed how it carried a little bit too. I mean, it carried off the bat.
Yeah, it was a cutter. He tried to get up underneath the hands of Asdrubal Cabrera. That ball just backs up a little.
He thought it was gone.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be it for Tommy Hunter. The ball just died off the fence. So Hunter checks out. Garcia will check in. The Phillies on top by 1 here in the 7th. 26, 405. And then Sunday, the 27th, Toyota Reese Hoskins starting lineup figurine. It's free to kids 14 and under. Visit Phillies.com to get your tickets now. All right, so Garcia 2-1 with a 3.00 ERA. Dominguez is warming up behind him in the bullpen. Cespedes homered his last time up. Runner at second base. The Phillies have the shift on the left side. Got a pitch up and in, 1-0. There's Dominguez. Ramos up above.
Two good pitches right there. Either one for strike, but both of them opened up the outside corner of the plate. Got a little bit of bind going right here.
Yeah.
We challenged Cespedes. You got Gonzalez on deck, who just singled right his last time up. How about that? Put the hit and run on him there, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he saw any rotation on this one, Michael.
Anything on a wild swinger can be productive like he is, huh? Ben, you like this shot right here, don't you?
I do.
It's actually pretty cool.
It is cool.
You can't see much, but the visual is really cool.
Two balls, one strike to Cespedes. Popped him up. Out around second base. Cesar is under it. He'll just wait. Then the inning is over. But a run does score to make it a one-run game. But Garcia gets the biggest piece to the puzzle, and that's Cespedes to pop out. One run on two hits, one man left. We'll go to the bottom of the seventh. 3-2 Phils. Phillies are on top 3-2 as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's time now for our Toyota turning point. Man, it was just, there's so much energy in this swing from Nick Williams in the 7th.
Yes, there was. It gets a slider down. Mazaraco knew it. Seawald knew it. I think the whole stadium knew it. That's a big one. That put the Phillies up 3-1. He continues to be dynamic off the bench, does Nick Williams. That was your Toyota turning point.
So the Phillies have the lead. It's 3-2, and A.J. Ramos will take over for the Mets. He's 2-2 with a 3.86 ERA.
Ben, where do you not pitch left-handers?
Down and in.
Well, and he got away with that one earlier in the at-bat where he fouled it back. That would look like almost the same pitch. All right, so here's Altair. Altair is 0 for 2.
How about one for the mom?
Yeah, one for Michelle right here. And she came all the way from Arizona. Fly ball center field. And Conforto had one out, one pitch, one set aside. Time now for the Ram Truck Stump the Fans trivia quiz answer. All right, guys, here we go. Who holds the Mets record for most RBI in the month of May? In a month of May.
Well, you know, we're thinking Keith Hernandez, but we don't want to go with that.
No, he's got a new book coming out.
Really?
Yeah, he's promoting it this week. He's all over the place this week.
I'll be darned. That might have something in there about his Seinfeld appearance.
I think there is something in there about that.
Roberto Alomar?
Well, that's a good guess. No, that is incorrect. It's a good guess, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Odubel's up. Do you remember what player? Go back into your memory.
I have.
Bank. What
As
player,
you can see, my memory's not too good.
His name does not begin with the letter A.
Oh, Alomar. I get you.
But what player has the flair on the field? Had the flair on the field?
Well, Reyes.
Reyes, yeah, no, it's
but
not
I didn't play
Reyes.
against him. Flair.
Flair
Met,
on the field.
A Met.
Met and a Philly. A Met and a Philly.
Here we go. You know the answer.
I do not know the answer.
You pulled this game on me one other time.
I originally thought it was Darryl Strawberry. I went Strawberry.
Darryl Strawberry is incorrect,
Correct.
Ben Davis. 2 balls and no strikes to Odubel. 2-1.
How about position?
First base.
Willie Montañez.
Montañez.
See, I would have never even remembered that Willie played for the Mets.
28 RBIs in the month of May in 1978.
28.
Yeah.
That's scalding.
2-2 to Odubel.
Odubel just took the 2-1 pitch.
Yeah. Good one to hit, too.
Anybody can hit 2-1. I just want to hit you 2-2.
Let me get Ramos's pitch count up.
Am I right, though, that Willie had some flair like Odubel?
Oh, my gosh. Well, no one had the flair of Willie Montañez. I don't know if they called it flair back then.
Bounce or foul?
Flair is basically complimentary to a degree.
Yeah. You remember how he used to snap the...
Oh, yeah, heck yeah.
So
snap it down, put it between his legs.
Yeah, so I tried to do that one time. I guess that was my first year in Little League, and the ball just went flying out of my glove when I did it. My coach was not happy about
Wait,
that.
on a catch, he would snap his glove down?
He'd snap it down.
Oh, I can't. I mean...
2 balls and 2 strikes.
I played with him in Puerto Rico, too.
Out to left field. Cespedes is not gonna. Oh, he is gonna get to that one. It cut back to him. I thought he was about to turn his back and run toward the wall.
Cespedes picking it out there today.
2 outs. You're already a Phillies Authentic fan. Now get rewarded for it. Head over to Phillies.com/Authentic Fan to get discounted tickets to one of these future games. There you see him on the right there. Plus, you'll get a great looking Phil's hat and other VIP surprises. Here's Hoskins. Yeah, I had the greatest Little League coach in the history of Little League coaches, Jim Campbell. Fantastic. And I remember one time in practice, I tried to catch a pop-up. I was playing third, I think, and I snapped my glove down, and it went flying.
Well, I have to disagree with you. My Little League coach, Jack Finner, was the greatest in the country.
It's amazing how we remember their names, though. I mean, seriously.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a ton of coaches. I remember some of them. I don't remember all of them, but I remember him. He was unbelievable.
I think you're just at such an impressionable age, and
could be.
You know, it's.
You know what our bunt sign was?
Baseball.
What was your bunt sign?
He smoked a pipe and he turned it upside down.
That's great.
Pipe upside down was the bunt sign. Could you pick that one up if you were on the other side?
That's awesome. Would the tobacco fall out though?
Oh. Well, he might have been done with it.
He really didn't smoke the pipe while the game was on.
Oh, he did?
But he had the pipe in his mouth all the time.
2 balls and 1 strike to Hoskins. To a 2. We used to play, and they don't do it anymore. Every practice began with playing Pepper.
Oh yeah, Pepper was very big.
4 in the front, 4 in the middle, 4 in the back, or 5. You know, and if you missed it in the front, you had to go to the back of the line. Somebody else came forward, and it would he would just bang it at you.
Yeah, when I was young, and even when I started pro ball, Pepper.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. A 1-2-3 7th inning for A.J. Ramos as Reese goes down on strikes. We have played 7. We'll move on to the 8th inning. It's the Phillies 3 and the Mets 2. Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Those Little League jobs out there are hard to get now, aren't they?
Some of them are.
I mean, everybody seems like they want a Little League coaching job, which is a good thing.
Sometimes you now have a team that has 5 parents coaching it.
Yes, or travel teams.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sir Anthony Dominguez takes over here in the 8th inning, and the first pitch is lined behind second base, and the perfectly situated Scott Kingery makes the catch for the first out.
Well, let's give some applause and some cheers to whoever set up this defense, because that's a base hit up the middle anyway.
Sure is.
Isn't it? Wow.
Sure is.
It's a good piece of hitting there by Gonzalez.
This is game number 4 for Dominguez as Flores is now up. Flores swings at the first pitch. It's 0-1, a 98-mile-an-hour heater.
Wow. That's a big out. Gonzalez on that line drive up the middle.
And Flores hit by a pitch.
I was glad Dominguez was able to get out of the way of that ball that Gonzalez. I mean, that ball was cooked. Flores not able to get out of the way of this backup slider. Just never turns, right off the elbow.
Right on the left elbow.
So Reyes will pinch run for him. Reyes with more than 500 stolen bases. And now Conforto. Conforto is 1 for 3. One ball and 1 strike. Reyes was picked off the other night when leading off first base.
Ruben Amaro over there with the stopwatch, looking for that time to go. I think it's been, is it like 3.2 or something like that?
No, if the pitcher is 1-3 or less.
Well, I'm sorry, 1-2, but I'm counting the pitchers throw to second as well. They time that up between innings?
No, because usually the pitcher's not going to go slide step, and they'll usually have times for the advanced scouts. Plus, the catcher's not going to get up and throw it like he would if a guy were stealing. But you're right. It would 3.5 would combined time would be a good time to go. So that would be the time pitcher lifts his leg to the time the catcher gets the ball to second base.
Reyes does not go, and the pitch, a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
That's big out there. Well, they're all big outs when you get down to this time of the ball game. Boom.
Dan Bellino putting a little
punch him out.
Little flare. Put a little flare on
it. Putting a little Montañez in it. Now Kranitz is going to go out and talk to Dominguez. That's interesting.
Watch your first pitch.
He is very aggressive. You're right.
Yeah, we didn't even turn our heads when he homered the other day after Conforto homered. Cranny, who wasn't here for Friday's game, his daughter was graduating, so back in the saddle today. Save the date. Come join the 2018 Phils and coaches at Citizens Bank Park for the annual Phillies Festival. It's Thursday, June 21st. It's at 4 o'clock. That's when gates open. It benefits the ALS Association, the Greater Philadelphia chapter. Guests can take photos with the 08 World Series trophy, get autographs from current Phils players, and take part in a silent auction and throw in the bullpen, which is my favorite part of the night. Tickets are on sale now at Phillies.com. There's also every roll's a winner. Where you walk away with something every time. Sure, the yard will be open as well if you haven't seen it yet. Mesoraco is 0 for 3 today. He's hit into 2 double plays. You know, Alfaro had a chance to get him if he had fired to first base, because Reyes was off pretty good.
You know that with 2 outs, I don't like making that pickoff attempt.
Okay.
You know, it's way too risky. You know, if you throw it a little bit in the dirt, it gets by Santana, man in scoring position.
It's a whole different story then. Popped him up. Well, Alfaro off with the mask, but it's going to be back in the Diamond Club. Every time a Phillies pitcher records a pitch of 95 miles per hour or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia.
There's going to be a lot of donations this year.
Well, if Dominguez pitches a little bit more, yeah, there are.
Somebody logging that, I'm assuming, somewhere.
Yep, we have somebody marking it. Does it foul again? It remains 1-2. That would be another one. Swing and a miss. He got him. That's not one. That's 95 or more. That's a slider, and Mesoraco is down on strikes. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. Well, the youngster, all he's done is gotten guys out since being called up from the minor leagues. We're on to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Phillies lead it by 1. You could become a season ticket holder and take advantage of some great benefits, like invites to exclusive season ticket holder events where Ben and I actually spoke the other day. You get the comfort of having the same seats in the best location for every single game. Go to Phillies.com or call 215-463-5000. Jose Reyes stays in the ballgame to play third base for the Mets. And Jeurys Familia will come on. Has to be because it's an off day tomorrow. Zach Eflin is out throwing in the bullpen. I think this is a bullpen session for him, like we alluded to before. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's not. Santana leads it off and takes a strike. 0-1.
Yeah, I would say it's just a bullpen because Jake Thompson's watching him throw the bullpen, but no one else is there, you know, with a clipboard in their hand, scouting report as to who's going to be hitting.
Right. And they haven't gone over any of that.
So is he going back out?
Maybe. He could.
He either is or Eflin's pitching.
Yeah. Unless somebody pops up with 1 out. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dominguez, who is a former starting pitcher, converted to the relief. He threw just 12 pitches in that 1 inning. Out to center field. That is well hit. Going back on it is Conforto. It is gone. A little insurance from Carlos Santana. A solo home run. It is 4-2 Phils.
That's a lot of insurance.
Yes, it is.
Man, that ball was cooked.
Like to see Carlos go the other way like that, especially against his pitcher. His ball runs away big time. Much needed insurance.
Goodness. You're right, Schmitty. He knows it too. You don't see very many lefties hitting balls out in that vicinity.
Here's Mike Cal. And he'll take a strike or take a ball low. 1 ball, no strikes.
And Familia is not the easiest to get a ball in the air off of.
Exit velocity was 105.7. The distance was just under 400 feet.
Now that one sounded good. That was like the good crisp sound off the bat.
Do they use? I wonder if they use him often in a non-close situation. Familia.
Yeah, I don't think so, Mike. Looking at it from as an outsider, I was a little surprised when he came in. I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure that it's a 1-run game. Two balls, 1 strike to Franco with Kingery on deck.
I think Franco's. I saw him swing the bat real hard there. He's more mad at himself.
I think he is.
You know, for not for hitting that pitch, but just for kind of bailing off of it. You know, kind of just pulling off the pitch.
Outside 3-2 at 96. So Franco works out a walk. Rob Ellis and Ricky Vitalico are standing by for Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies postgame live. They'll discuss the 3-run home run by Nick Williams, which is a big topic of conversation. Also the outing by Aaron Nola, who went 6 innings today and allowed just the 1 run. All that coming up on Phillies postgame live once this one comes to a close. And here's Kingery. If you're wondering about a bunt at all here, I mean, Franco does not run all that well. If you're trying to get another guy in the scoring position, he has a short lead. Familia is tough to bunt against, although Kingery does square. I think Familia is tough because the ball moves every which way.
Well, if he would bunt here, it means they're pinch hitting.
Correct. That's true. That's a good point. So somebody would have to get up in the bullpen. Out towards shortstop on a pop-up. Rosario. Corey Oswalt warming up in the bullpen for the Mets. And here's Alfaro with Florimone coming out of the on-deck circle. It is. It looks like it's Ramos that's going to get back up and start throwing in the pen. He was warming up earlier. Alfaro fouls it off. Everybody's been asking, well, who would close if it's not Hector Neris? And you know, the names have ranged anywhere from Garcia to Dominguez. Some have said Ramos.
Hunter has experience.
Yeah, Tommy Hunter has experience. You know, but then the other thought is, do you just do it with the matchups in mind? And that's what Gabe alluded to the other day, on Friday actually, or Saturday. To the right side, another base hit for Alfaro. Second time he's got a hit there. First and second with one out. And here comes Florimone.
Nothing set in stone, Tommy, anymore on how they do things. Although most teams do have a closer.
Yes.
That only closes when the save's on the line.
You know, Gabe said that he has spent a long time thinking about whether you need a quote-unquote closer, one guy. He said he's been researching it and trying to figure it out the last year and a half. I don't think he's alone in that thinking. I tend to feel like you do need one. I don't know. I mean, but I know Marianos don't grow on trees.
Right.
And,
Chapman.
Yeah.
He's definitely not alone, because we have coaches with those titles. Director of Information.
Yeah. Even this guy. This guy's a good closer.
Yeah.
Familia. Or he has been.
Do you think a closer has to be a strikeout guy? One.
I think so.
He has to have control.
I think he has to have a trick pitch. I mean, do you think that you have to have a trick pitch?
I think you need a strikeout pitch.
Okay, so it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. If you're going to be a strikeout pitcher, you have to have a strikeout pitch,
because
whatever it is.
There's times where if you're the closer, you just flat out need to punch somebody out.
That might be Garcia, right? He's in the upper 90s.
Yeah.
Nasty slider. A little short on control, you know. When he comes in, he might strike a couple guys out, but there a lot of times we end up with a base runner here and there because he can get behind and overthrow his slider.
One ball and two strikes. There it is, a slider from Familia.
Heck, so could Gossage. The only guy I know that never had that problem was Mariano.
And Mariano was pretty darn good for a long time. It's a shame they don't grow on trees. Closers like that. 2-2.
You know, but Hector has those things we're talking about. Trick pitch, strikeout pitch. He's saved 8 out of 11.
Yeah, I think one of the things that stands out about Hector, we alluded to it the other day, are some of his numbers against teams within the division. They have a different approach than teams outside the division.
Good swing. But I remember catching Trevor Hoffman. I mean, if you want to call it a trick, I wouldn't call it a trick pitch, but his changeup at times was devastating. And that was his strikeout pitch.
Right. And he would strike guys out.
And then conversely, you would get the guys go up there looking for the changeup, and Hoffy would throw you 3 fastballs at 88, and then be walking back to the bench scratching their head like, what just happened? No. You're supposed to throw me that changeup, Hoffy. But he also had pinpoint control to Trevor Hoff.
It's 2-2 to Florimone with another runner in scoring position for the Phillies. They've gotten a run in this inning. And a swing and a miss at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 outs. And here comes Cesar Hernandez, who is 0 for 2 with 2 walks today.
Like he says, or get going again. 2 more walks helps that on base percentage for sure. Those runs scored amongst the league leaders. I love watching him hit. I love watching Cesar hit. Keeps his bat back, uses his core. Got a great eye. Relaxed.
Opposite way, Cespedes venturing back, and he's there to make the catch. Yeah, that'll do it for the Phillies here in the 8th inning. 1 run on the home run by Santana. 2 hits overall. They leave 2. We will head to the 9th. The Phils up 2. And during every game you come out. That's what a group ticket will get you here at the ballpark. Fundraising opportunities are available for groups of 25 or more. The perfect way for a group to have fun while raising funds. Go to Phillies.com/group tickets or call 215-463-5000. Well, here we go. Adebayo Ramos is going to try to close this one out. He has 6 save opportunities in his career. He is 0 for 6. As Gabe Kapler will watch and face Lagares to start it off. Now again, a lot of those opportunities are not necessarily in the 9th inning. Could be late in a ball game. 0-1. Lagares 16 for 61 as a pinch hitter. The Braves have already won today 4-3. So their lead in the division is 1.5 over the Phils. Jim Reynolds given some time to Alfaro. Now Hector is warming up in the bullpen. Hector is warming up, in case you're wondering.
Last pitch, he got away with one right there, and an 0-2 fastball right there.
Check swing. Did he go? No.
But when you're ahead in a count like that, sometimes you can get away with a cookie because the hitter's so on the defensive.
Yeah, as long as it's 96. Yeah.
Fly ball. Shallow right center field. Odubel sprints in, says he has it. One away. And now Rosario will bat. He is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Rosario hitting .246 overall, and he takes the first pitch for strike one.
I think closers also, being a closer is more of a state of mind, a presence. You have to learn how to be a closer sometimes.
I think there are some that can do it rolling out of bed. I think there are others that have to definitely learn.
I mean, a lot of times it's not just your pitches, it's the way you stare at hitters.
Yep.
It could be a beard, you know, it could be your looks, it could be, you know what I mean? When I think back into my career, it was guys that there was something about them.
There was a little intimidation factor that they built up.
Yeah. Gossage. Think of these guys. Eckersley for sure. Yes.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Rosario. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Fouled over toward the Phillies dugout. Yeah, I think Hector wasn't a closer. He had to evolve into being a closer.
Raleigh fingers. You gotta be fearless. You gotta be.
Swing and a miss. He got it with a breaking ball. That slider from Edelbry Ramos. And there are 2 outs here in the 9th inning, and here comes Brandon Nimmo.
Good slider. And that is Ramos' strikeout pitch. That good slider. Throws it to righties and lefties. Mixing a curveball as well from time to time.
Well, there is that slider again that almost looked like a curve the way the rotation was. And it's 1-0 to Nimmo, who is 2 for 3 today with a walk.
You don't want to let this guy get away. You got 3 tough outs coming up.
Well, and you have a matchup where there's history coming up next in Cabrera. Outside ball 4. So Cabrera is coming up. As Asdrubal Cabrera has hit a walk-off home run against Ramos, and then there was an altercation between Ramos and Cabrera. Here comes Kranitz coming out to the mound.
Here comes the deep breath speech.
In fact, it was last year when Cabrera was sent, or when Ramos was sent down after having the altercation with Cabrera. It was sort of the last straw for Pete Mackanin. Well, maybe this is the turning of the page, because he came back a different pitcher. He was much more composed. He's a quiet kid. Brian Ramos.
You wonder if having Cabrera on deck there is why, you know, he lost Nemo to 4 pitches.
Maybe. All right, so the tying run is coming to the plate here in the 9th inning. In fact, the walk-off prompted a huge bat toss from Cabrera. Arms in the air, and it led to a bobblehead last year for Asdrubal Cabrera. But the Mets gave out. Runner not being held out at first. And a first pitch in there, 0-1. See if Ramos can take care of that history with Cabrera right here and end this ball game. 0-1 pitch. Bouncing ball foul. And it's 0-2. So here we go.
2 real good pitches right there. The first one is a get over slider. Second one's a biting slider down and in. That's danger zone though.
With a runner at first base, the Phillies lead it by 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Cabrera. We'll do it again. A crowd of a little more than 34,000 on this Mother's Day. They endured a 59-minute rain delay. The first part of the game with no scoring, and now the Phils lead it by 2. And the 1-2 pitch. One hopper in front of the plate, and now it's 2-2.
That was a short one.
Yes, it was.
Cabrera's a cool customer, isn't he? He looks like he has a worry in his body right now.
No.
All right, we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ramos is ready. Cabrera is ready. And the pitch. 3-2. Nimmo will be off at first base.
If you're Cabrera right here, you got to be sitting slider.
You got to keep it in the forefront of your mind.
You
I know
have
that
to.
because you got his strikes with it.
Have to make sure it's up in the zone.
Nimmo goes. And a line drive out to left field. Hoskins is there, and the ball game is over. The Phils win it 4-2 over the Mets as they come from behind. Brian Ramos with his first major league save. And it's time to exhale here at Citizens Bank Park.
Good to be with you guys.
Yeah, you too, Michael. This was a good win for the Phillies.
See you in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
I'll have a better memory when I come back.
Nice job today,
and
Michael.
And a better voice.
Nick Williams, his 3-run home run off the bench, has helped the Phils to this victory. He is our Chevrolet player of the game. His 7th pinch hit of the season. His 2nd pinch hit home run of the season.
They did a little bit of everything today, T-Mac. They got unbelievable starting pitching from Aaron Nola. The bullpen obviously did their job, but their defense was spectacular today. Philadelphia Phillies defense. Timely hitting, obviously, with Nick Williams, but we're going to take a look at the W.B. Mason delivery of the game. Right here in the 7th inning. Slider down and in off Seawald. Nick Williams steps up to the occasion. 109.2 off the bat. Launch angle 27 degrees. Hit distance far enough. The 8th inning off Jerry's Familiar. Good looking swing there by Carlos Santana, who has been hot as a firecracker. And that's anytime you can get another run on the board, you can do it. But our player of the game there, your WB Mason deliveries of the game, and Murph's on the field with Nick Williams. Murph?
All right, thank you very much, Ben. Yeah, here with Nick Williams. Second pinch hit home run of the season for you. It came in a huge spot, a 2-1 count. Take me through that at bat. What were you looking for at 2-1 there?
Just a pitch I can drive, you know, no matter, you know, the pitch, soft, hard, just looking for something I can hit hard.
Well, you certainly did that. You're now 7 for 15 as a pinch hitter. You know, it is one of the most difficult jobs in baseball to come off the bench and be able to produce. You seem to really be able to do that. What's the mentality behind it as you come out onto the field?
I was trying to have a good at bat, you know, and be selective, aggressive, you know. I just try to just keep it as simple as possible, you know. Yeah, it is hard to come off the bench, you know, and I had the right mindset every time. But I just try to think, just just be patient. They're gonna have to throw some, especially runner on base.
You know, you go back maybe 40 hours, and it was a tough loss Friday night for you guys against the Mets, who have really played well against the Phillies. How important was it for you and the guys inside the clubhouse to get this win today, go back in there, and be able to celebrate?
It's very important, you know. Just at the start of the game, you know, with DeGrom, you know, he's one of the best pitchers I've ever faced, and he's just a tough pitcher. He's one of the greatest pitchers in his game right now. So, you know, to work him, you know, and get him out of the game after the first, that helped a lot with the momentum. You know, it was just a pitcher's duel the rest of the way. You know, Nola, he worked his butt off out there, and he looked great again. So, you know, it's great, you know, to go into the off day with a win and a series win.
You want to wish your mom a happy Mother's Day?
Split a series win.
Yeah, we'll take the split.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day out there?
Yeah, happy Mother's Day out there.
Nick, thank you very much. Way to go. Guys, back upstairs.
All right, Murph, thank you. We appreciate that. Beautiful swing from Nick Williams has helped the Phils to a 4-2 victory today against the New York Mets. Yep, trying to find a pitch he can drive, and he certainly did that. We'll be back right after this.